everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the United Spurs of America podcast with your co-hosts, Michael Ramirez and Jacob Wallraven.
Hey. Good news
What's good,
today.
my brother?
Good
Yes,
times
good news, good
today.
news, good
Um,
news. Spread it, spread it, spread it. Tottenham 3, MK Dons 1 in another preseason friendly match. Um, Dele Alli returns to his boyhood club of MK Dons. Uh,
Made me feel like a
obviously,
little boy again.
I know, for real. I still remember back before the 15-16 season when we first signed Dele Alli, and I remember the tweet was really generic, and it was just we signed him for £5 million, no big deal. Obviously, he turned into this wonder kid the next 2 seasons, and it just reminds me of when before anyone knew what was to come. But it was nice, man. It was nice to see. He seemed really really happy out there on the pitch. We won 3-1 as well, and he was one of the goal scorers along with Sonny and Lucas once again. But man, it was honestly a very very nice change of pace. Like, not only did we win, but I felt like in my opinion this was the best performance of all preseason.
No, I agree completely. It just they look like they're having fun out there. I mean, they're playing the ball to one another, a lot of good passing. It's just this preseason, man, we've looked good. And I have to tamper myself just a little bit because I mean you do got to say, hey, it's Leighton Orient's MK Dons,
Yeah.
right? Like, but you know, you can only play who you're up against.
Yep.
And I think we shown exactly what I was hoping. I didn't want to see us go out there and play flat-footed and not put a lot of chances on goal and not just have fun playing ball again. And I think that's what we're seeing with Dele Alli. And I think that that's a really good thing. He's a player that the more confident he is, the bigger his cock rocket is. I mean, it's plain and simple.
Yes, sir.
And you saw flashes of it in the Jose Mourinho era, with the bicycle kick, with just some of the flashy things that he was doing, the little bit of playing time he did get.
Yep.
But man, you got to love an informed Dele Alli, confident, playing for Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, what else you want to see with a number 2-0? You know what I mean?
Hey, and you know how I feel about Dele Alli.
I
That's my
do.
boy.
I
I
know how
have the
yeah.
softest spot for Dele Alli. Yeah,
Or
man.
hardest.
He for real. Dele Alli was one of my favorite players when I really, really got into soccer back in the day when I was in high school. I would say Harry Kane was the one who made me fall in love with Tottenham. I literally got to see him from his debut to where he is now, and obviously I got to see it with Dele Alli too. Literally watched his career just skyrocket in an instant, really. A staple in the 11, not even halfway through his first season. Um, I agree, man. We've looked pretty good this preseason. Dele's looked better as each game has gone on. It's almost like he just hasn't played soccer, a consistent amount of soccer in the last few months, right? Oh wow, shocker. Maybe that's why he looks a little rusty. You know what I mean? He's growing into it. He's
Is that
growing.
what
He's
is that why you don't like Jose?
Oh
Because of
no,
what he
no,
did to
that's
your
not one
boy
of the,
Deli?
no, no, no. That's not. I'm just saying, like, people, you have to lower your expectations a little bit for this preseason with Delhi, just because he is coming off of a season where he obviously didn't get a lot of game time. He didn't get a lot of minutes under the legs. You're just naturally going to be a little bit rusty. Like we said, I thought he was fantastic yesterday. We're recording this on a Thursday. Obviously, game was on Wednesday. He was solid. Not only was he solid, but the rest of the attacking front four of Dele Alli, Steven Bergwijn. I know you love Bergie. Lucas Moura, and then obviously Sonny, who was in the starting 11 once again against the MK Dons. But bro, the front four, they're looking really really nice. And to be honest, it kind of gave me a reminder of the possibility of what could be, next season if we don't, if some for some reason, some possibility that we sell Harry
Mhm.
Kane to Man City. Obviously we're hopefully going to get a big striker to replace him, but I feel like you kind of saw a glimpse of what could possibly be, if you know what I mean. Um, but they looked very very much in sync, really comfortable out there. I thought Bergwijn had his best performance of preseason yet. He was very very good. was getting into very good some nice spaces on the wings, and he was also cutting inside, which was really threatening to MK Dons' center backs and also defensive midfielders. But I just thought there was free flowing attacking football that we saw on display at MK Dons, and I'm here for it, man.
You know, if there is one thing this preseason that I wish I had a little bit more of is Ryan Sessegnon. I really, the fact that we didn't immediately loan him out again kind of gave me hope. I like the guy. I think he has something.
I
I
think
don't
he's
know
gonna
what.
stay. I think he's
Think
staying
so?
this year. Yep. I think Nuno's gonna use him in the rotation.
I saw something. I saw a tweet from whoever the fuck, our reliable source on Twitter. I saw them saying something to the effect that uh, it's reported, right, that Nuno is considering him for competition with Reguilon and Ben Davies at the left back and or
Yeah.
left wing back. I don't know. I would like to see the guy. If I'm honest, I'd like to see him get some serious minutes. Same thing with Oliver Skipp. I think we have something young going on that, hey, maybe it is time. God forbid we sell Harry Kane. Um, at the end of the day, the back line is what needs addressed most. I think we all knew our front four was always going to look beautiful as soon as we got
Yep.
Dele back. So I don't know. We need to sign Cristian Romero
Oh
since
yeah.
Kund is now
Believe me.
officially Chelsea. I'm pretty
Well,
sure it's
not
official.
officially, not officially,
It's
but
Fabrizio official.
it's looking like it. It's not here we go yet. He didn't say here we go.
That's true. He
The
hasn't.
rule of thumb with Fabrizio is if he didn't say here we go, it's not official yet.
Hey, but if he's just talking about it, it makes you feel like this is a real possibility. You know what I
I
mean?
know, I know. Um, yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later. I agree with you, man. Oliver Skip, I think we seriously have something special on our hands. Um, you know, we've mentioned it. It's Leighton Orient, it's MK Dons. It's not the flashiest of teams, obviously not the strongest of teams by any means, but you see the glimpses of talent and the sparks of energy and just all around solid play that Oliver Skip does bring to this 11. In my dream world, in my perfect Tottenham world, I have Oliver Skip starting alongside Højbjerg. That's my hope. That's my hope that hopefully this season it can be a staple in the 11. That would mean that he's doing very, very well, obviously. Um, but for years to come, man, I would really enjoy seeing Pierre-Emile Højbjerg and Oliver Skip out there manning the midfield with one of Ndombele, Lo Celso, Dele Alli in front of them, playing the more attacking role. I like that. That is my hope for Oliver Skip.
When it comes to Oliver Skip, I just want to see him in the 18. I think he's done
Mhm.
enough to deserve at least that.
For
I'd like
sure.
to start there. See what he does. We brought Winks on a lot when we were trying to maintain a lead, and a lot of people like to relate his play to Harry Winks' play, and I don't see it. Maybe because I've never been on the Harry Winks hype, but I personally feel as though Oliver Skip would just add another dimension. Now, I don't know if that's starting 11 though. I don't know. I think obviously Højbjerg. I would like to see if we're doing four at the back. I'd like to see you know two forward attacking mids um, playing behind Harry Kane, obviously. And I would like to see that with in the sense of Dele Alli with Tanguy and Dombele. I think that would be a pretty lethal duo.
Yeah.
And then have either Lucas or Bergvine coming off the bench, kind of providing that energy. I think we have something going. Is it enough to win a league, though? Is it enough to
Not
win a
right now.
trophy?
Right now. But we address the back line. I'll let you know. You know what I mean? It depends on how healthy we are. If Endom Thickcock or Lo Celso takes that leap forward that we really do need from either one of them. And is Dele Alli going to return to his best form? You know what I mean? Like, are we going to get the best out of Dele Alli again? We'll see. Is Steven Bergvine going to finally get over that hump, and also not only get over that hump and his goal scoring drought, but be consistent with it? Can Lucas ever be consistent throughout the entire season?
I think we know the answer
Like
to that
those,
last one.
but these are just some of the possibilities that you have to think about when you're deciding whether or not we're able to win a trophy of some sort.
Yeah.
Um, but we need to address the back line, obviously. But we'll see. We'll see. Any final thoughts from the most recent preseason game? Tottenham 3, MK Dons 1.
My
Solid
final
win. We move
my
on to the next one.
final parting thought would be we did with Troy Parrott what I felt like we should have done with Harry Winks, which
I
is leave
love
him
the
behind.
segue. I love the segue.
Yeah.
Your transitions.
Natural.
They're
It's
just
just not
perfect.
natural. It's the low hanging fruit, baby. No, I just think we should have left him. I should. Oh, you're messing me up. I think that we should have left Harry Winks behind, much like we did Troy Parrott. Give him a little loan to Leighton or Colchester. Hell, we left Troy Parrott. Why not leave Harry Winks? Get them both.
Yep.
Package
Yep.
deal, baby.
Troy Parrott loaned out for the season to MK Dons. It was actually official today. Um, in my opinion, man, it's a solid move for his development. If he's able to stay healthy, he's just been so unlucky with injuries recently, man.
Hmm.
With Millwall, with the other clubs that he's gone on loan to with, I don't know, is that how you say it? He's just been unlucky, man. He hasn't been able to consistently play heavy minutes throughout an entire season yet in top flight football. And well, not top flight, obviously, but in first team football and your second or third division in England, you got to get those minutes under your belt. Obviously, you need that for your development. If he can stay healthy, I think it's a good move for him, man. And I think one of the main reasons why Tottenham chose MK Dons is I think they know that he's probably either going to be the for sure starter or he's going to play heavy minutes for his development. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think
Yeah.
they would have left him behind like that, not knowing for sure that he was going to get consistent minutes throughout the entire season, be it that he stays healthy.
I
So
mean,
I think it's good all around.
what do you think that conversation was like just after the game? Someone from MK Don's like, "Hey, man,
They were probably in talks for a while. I don't think it would be that quick.
really?
Yeah, I bet you they've been in talks for a few weeks at least, maybe a
Okay,
month or two,
maybe since we knew we were gonna play MK Don's."
maybe possibly. We've always had a pretty good relationship with them because obviously they sold us Dele Alli. They love Dele Alli, but um, if you remember when we weren't in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium yet, when we were playing at Wembley, I think we played the Carabao Cup, a Carabao Cup match at MK Dons as our home stadium. So I think you know, like I said, it's good for all parties. They're gonna get a promising 18-year-old, I believe, who's coming in and hopefully looking to score a lot of goals for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I agree with you there. I think that'll be a good step for him in his development. And see what else we can get. I just want to see him, getting actual minutes.
Yep.
I think he actually was doing halfway decent before he got injured there from Millwall. Um,
Yeah.
but
I think he
yeah,
had
I
scored
hope
like 2 goals, but obviously he wasn't getting a whole lot of minutes before he got hurt, and then it's just unfortunate, man. But we have a theme on this podcast where if it's one of the sadder episodes, we say it's highly unfortunate, or at least Jacob does.
I
This
say it in
next
my day to
segment
day.
is this next segment is very highly unfortunate. Toby Alderweireld gets sold to a Saudi club for a reported like 5 million euros or something like that, 5 million pounds. I think it was reported like 13, but there was another report saying it was 5 million. I don't know. We'll just say 13 for the sake of making ourselves feel better about selling Toby.
It's a good point.
Um, man, I forgot. Do you know the club's name off the top of your head?
I could try, but I'll probably offend a lot of people, so I won't. But it
So
was it was
he
strange
plays
to see
for
that.
Al Duhail SC. Al Duhail.
Now there is a team that if you're watching the Gold Cup right now, there's a guy. His last name is Ari, and he plays for Qatar. He's bad. He plays in their league right now. He plays in the Qatar league, Saudi league,
Saudi
whatever it
league.
is. Yeah, but he's a bad man.
It remains to be seen, man. But honestly, I was just very, very, very sad yesterday when whether was it Tuesday? Sorry, on Tuesday when the news was announced and you know everything was confirmed that Toby was sold. One of the best. What can I say, man? One of the best defenders in our club's history. You could put him up there along the likes of Ledley King. You know the other great center backs that have come through here. Um, I don't know, man. I was very very sad. What were your initial thoughts? We'll get into our favorite memories after.
Well, initially I thought that we had sold him for 15, and honestly, I felt fine about it. I love Toby Alderweireld. Don't get me wrong. I love the man. I think he was an absolute stud. I think he gave us consistency in the back that we so lacked, especially when we got rid of Jan Vertonghen. Um, it it is sad because it's the turning of a page, but it is one of those things I felt like, is he the first center back I would have want sold? No,
Absolutely not. We
absolutely
all
not.
know the first center back we all wanted to sell. He's still in the club and he still was wearing the captain's armband the other night.
That's not even the center back I was thinking about.
Are you thinking about Sanchez?
Yeah, I was thinking about, you're talking about Dyer
I'm
though.
talking about Dyer, bro. Come on now. You telling me that you'd rather sell Sanchez than Dyer? Stop. Stop. That's
I
cap.
mean,
That's cap. Either way, look, I'm not going to argue about this because I just want them both out of my club.
I was gonna say I'll take either
But
one.
that was kind of how I felt too, man. I agree with you. It was probably time. It was necessary. We got a fee for him. Obviously, he's on some pretty high wages. He was one of our highest earners amongst our wage bill. And it's a team that can pay his wages, and they gave us a little bit of dough for him. He had 2 years left on his contract, so there was a lot of money guaranteed to him still. So in that sense, I thought it was a very good deal, and I thought it was, you know, it was time probably. It's just sad, man. Um, favorite memory, favorite Toby memory.
I will say my favorite Toby memory is there was a late game winner header off a corner in the North London derby versus Arsenal, and um that coupled with all the beautiful long balls he used to play. That
Yep.
man could play a beautiful long ball, and he still can. So it is a little strange to see him just be shipped off to a Saudi league. I mean, I thought for sure at least, you know, the man deserves to play English football, maybe championship, but just go be a stud, help a team get promoted. That seems like a pretty cool thing to do in your
And secure the
career.
bag, most importantly.
The bag will always be secured for Mr. Alderweireld. He's got a beautiful family, so I hope nothing for the best for the guy.
You know, when I think of Toby, I think of Jan Vertonghen. Um, I
When I think
just
of Jan Vertonghen, I think of Toby.
I do as well. They're probably the best center back partnership that this club has ever seen. Um, oh my God, from 2015 to 2018, they were probably the best center back um, duo in all of Europe, man. Um, you know, you think of the Pochettino era where we were just in our peak, where we had the least amount of goals allowed, and we never lost a home game in the 16-17 season, the last year at the Lane. You know, when you think of those teams, you think of that center back partnership. You think of Toby Alderweireld, who we got for nothing, man, like 15 million from um, Southampton. He was on loan at Atletico Madrid the year before he came to us. Southampton sold him to us, and it was one of the best deals we've ever had. One of the best center backs, like I said, in club history for sure. But I just think of those in general. I think of those years. I agree. I also think of the long balls that he used to ping across the field to Dele Alli against Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. I think of that goal. It's just I love the memories that he created with us. You mentioned the North London Derby goal. He had some really good and significant header goals while he was here at Tottenham. I think of his passion as well that he always brought. He was always one of the most passionate ones on the pitch. He always played for the badge, always cared for the crest. Um, I also think of his goal against Man City at home at the Lane in 15-16 as well. That one was a really good one. The crowd erupted, man. I think it was his first goal at White Hart Lane too. But yeah, man, I'm gonna miss Toby Alderweireld. I'm gonna miss him a lot, but we wish him nothing but the best. Like you said, go secure that bag, sir. Go get those minutes, and you never. I don't think this necessarily means that he's going to be out of the Belgian national team as well. Vertonghen and Vermaelen both started alongside Alderweireld, and one of them plays for Benfica, and the other one plays for God knows what in like Turkey or something like that. So
Couldn't even
I
tell
don't
you.
think his place is in jeopardy as of right now. He's just got to go kill it over there.
Yeah. Hey, big ups to the lad.
But one center back coming out, most likely, for sure, certainly, hopefully, means another one is coming in.
I
We'll give a quick Cristian Romero update. We owe the listeners that, at least that. So we're still currently in negotiations, still in talks with Atalanta for Cristian Romero. If y'all don't know who he is, if you missed our last few episodes where we talked about him, center back for Atalanta, one of the key cornerstone pieces of that Atalanta team for the past few seasons, where they had that awesome Champions League run. They have challenged for the title for the past few years. They've been in the mix. They've finished in Champions League places like they did once again last year. I believe they finished in third last year in Serie A. Um, Obviously, started at center back for the Argentinian national team, just won the Copa America with them. But, you also think of best defender in Serie A last season. That's what he was officially named. And you got to think if a player like that has already agreed personal terms, which he has with Tottenham, if he's already agreed personal terms with your club, you need to figure out how to get that over the line.
correct. Correct. And I think the holding stance was we're settling at 35, 40 mil, and
I think we offered,
Atalanta is
I think
settling at 55.
they're demanding 55 million euros, and I believe we offered 45 million plus bonuses as of right now, like 5 million in bonuses. Apparently, we're at the front of the line where there's not really anyone else in
Just pay the
contention.
damn fee.
For real,
Just
for
pay the damn
real.
fee and give me a damn center back.
There were reports of Barcelona possibly being interested in
Fuck
Romero.
that. Pay the fee. He already agreed. Pay the fee. Get the man in a Tottenham shirt ASAP.
ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg.
Hey,
Um, so yeah, he already agreed personal terms with Tottenham. Just waiting on the fee. Barcelona are not in the mix. It was confirmed today by Fabrizio Romano, because whenever Fabrizio tweets something, it's 100% confirmed. So he said they're not in the mix. They're dealing with some massive debt over there. They're kind of in some. They're kind of a shambles of a club right now,
hey,
at
but they
least
held they held on to
behind the
Messi.
scenes. Yeah, yeah, they have that going for them. But once he retires, they're screwed.
He's not
But
gonna
yeah,
retire.
man,
He's gonna go play for Inter Miami.
we'll see. Romero, though, oh my God, we need to get it over the line. We need to get it over the line. If we don't sign Cristian Romero this summer, I don't know what to say. I honestly don't. We agreed personal terms with, or excuse me, we agreed terms with Sevilla for Jules Koundé, and he didn't want to join. Now he's in advanced talks with Chelsea, probably going to sign there now. We've agreed personal terms with Romero, though. Best defender in Serie A last season, just won a Copa America,
Everyone's
one of
kind
the
of been giving us
best
that
center backs in
Antonio
Europe.
Conte, haven't they? They've kind of been doing that. Like, well, think about it. Maybe no, probably not.
But he wants to come. That's the thing. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
that's
First of all, why does he want to come? He could go to a Champions League team
Fucking bloody badge, man.
for real, man.
It's for the
But
badge. He
it's
play
crazy.
for the
The
shirt.
fact that he wants to come to a club that's currently in the UEFA Conference League.
Bring it on, baby. UEFA. Let's go.
They're the Europa Conference League, whatever it's called. Um,
Whatever. Bring it on.
pay the man, dude. But seriously, if a
If it's
player
a
like
difference
of
of
that
10
caliber,
million, and it's a difference of 10 million and he's of that caliber, just
you got to get over the line.
pay the money. Pay the
Got to
money,
get over the
Daniel
line.
Levy. I know you're listening to this pod, Dan. I know you are.
Of
So
course he is.
pay the damn money, Mr. Levy.
I hope we do, man. I hope we get it over the line. It would be a massive, massive signing. It's apparently Fabio Paratici's number one main target this summer. We got to get over the line. Have to get it over the line. In other news, Brian Hill, the
Brian.
swap deal with Coco, Eric Lamella, was officially confirmed and sent through this Monday, I believe, this past Monday. That is
Brian
now
Hill.
official. Brian Hill is an
Brian.
official Tottenham Hotspur player. He's currently at the Olympics with the Spanish national team. He's out there doing his thing. Super excited about him. We've already went over, what we were looking at as far as what we're hoping that he brings to the table and, what he could possibly bring in the future as well. We talked about that on the last episode. We're both super pumped about that. Some new transfer news, though, about some outgoings. We have a new name that got added to the list this morning by Fabrizio. Joe Hart.
Let's go.
We're currently in advanced
Let's
talks with
go.
Celtic, of all
Let's
teams, to
go.
sell Joe Hart.
Let's
Thank
go.
Christ,
Let's
bro.
go.
Oh my God.
I
What
think
have
that's
what have I
what
been saying all offseason? What was one of the first names I threw out there who we need to get rid of?
Joe Hart.
Joe Hart. What did I say? Get
I
him
don't
out of
even know
my
why we
club.
brought him into the
It
club.
was a
So,
Jose signing, bro. Get him out of here.
all right, that's the one knock I probably have against Jose. That and
It's one of
Getson
many knocks.
Fernandez. Um, so what I feel about this is Alfie Whiteman in his performances, another great performance from the young keeper.
He had a howler at the beginning of the match. He gave
I
up a
mean,
pen, but
he
after that, solid performance. I
he gave
agree.
up the pin and he saved the pin. The
And he
man
saved the
giveth
pen.
and he
Yeah,
taketh.
he stepped up when he needed to. It was
And
very
so
impressive.
that's my point. He's shown enough to at least be the third guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And that
saying?
was what he was going to be competing for anyways. Joe Hart was confirmed not to be the second choice keeper. Obviously,
We
we just
signed,
signed
yeah,
Pierluigi Golini,
Golini.
which by the way, I'm super fucking hyped about Golini. I think he's going to be awesome. I'm ready for him to hopefully be good enough to be the successor for Hugo after
Question.
he
Team
leaves.
offers you 11 for Hugie. What you doing?
11,
11 for the Hoogs.
I'm keeping him.
Same.
I would want 20 at least. But I know he's old. He's only got 1 year left on his contract. Like I
I'll
would
take 15.
understand the like a 10 million or I need 20
I'll take
personally.
15. I'll take 13 to 15.
I need 20 bare minimum because you
Dude,
have
why else you sign the
he's still world
Golini?
class. He's still world class.
He is.
If
I
you could
mean,
have him for one more
he's
year, why not?
bro, you know me. I'm a huge Hugo Lloris man. Like I bought a keeper jersey because the man did so great wearing it. You know what I mean? I love me some Hugo. But I feel like if you sign a man like Golini, then then I mean, I say play it out this year, right? I mean, I don't want to see him go for a free though. He's gonna go for a free next year, right? His contract's up.
Probably, probably. But I mean, we'll see. We'll
I'd rather
see.
get 15
I'm just
million. We're already in the rebuild, bro. We're
look.
already in the mud with the
Galini's
rebuild.
probably going to play in all of the Conference League matches, probably some Carabao Cup matches, and maybe the early FA Cup rounds. Like he's going to get some solid game time, and we're going to really see if he's going to live up to expectations. And if he doesn't, then we don't have to buy him as long as he doesn't get 20 caps. As long as he doesn't appear in 20 games this season, we don't have to buy him. So I think if he's not the man for the future, we have next summer to reevaluate our options after one more year of Hugo.
I
We'll
think
see.
after 10 games, you can pretty well decide if this guy's gonna work out or not.
You never know. You could have late bloomers. There's some players who have trouble adjusting to the Premier League. It is the best league in the world.
was gonna say something smart ass, but you know what?
Well, you don't think it's the best league in the world?
No, actually, I do. I really had a long, drawn out discussion with my wife about the best league in the world, and then I
Why?
looked up some.
What does she think?
She believes it's La Liga. She's also a Fartalonia fan, so.
I
But
think I think that'd probably be the only league that I would argue is up there with the Premier League,
I
the
would
Liga.
argue that whenever it was Messi and Ronaldo in that league, I could and Ramos and I could argue that.
Yeah,
But I'm talking about right now,
no.
La Liga.
It might be second best. I would say either that or Serie A or Bundesliga. And
Those aren't
then
even
the
close
French
to
league is
those aren't
under
even
under all
close to
those.
Premier League,
No,
bro, in my opinion.
no.
I mean, they're close because of relativity, but like, no, I mean, I've never felt like there was a better league in the world than the Premier League.
Yeah, me too. Um, thank Christ, man. Thank God. Thank fuck that Joe Hart is no longer going to be in my football club. I just
Hopefully
hated
his
him ever since
Instagram
that social
job
media.
done.
Yeah, yeah. Ever since that social media howler, I haven't really forgiven him for that. So it is what it is.
I've honestly just never liked the way he looks. He played for Man City,
He's a
and
pretty boy.
he looks like
He's got a
this is
very punchable face.
I'm gonna throw this back to the 90s. He looks like a douche nugget. He looks like a chode. He looks like a
Damn.
like those are the best two ways I can describe the way that he comes off to me. He just seems like
Okay.
he carries himself in this manner of like, I'm Joe Hart. I've got a big long pancake cock and I'm gonna show you around the facilities like a damn tour guide. And it's like he seems like a plastic of a person.
Gotcha.
I don't think
I
that
would
that
agree with that.
helps a broken
I don't
locker
like
room
Joe
either.
Hart, so I agree. I
Fuck
agree.
Joe Hart.
Um, but yeah, until then, until anything else happens, we'll leave it at that. But obviously, a really good performance, like we already talked about, in the latest preseason match. Tottenham 3, MK Dons 1. Lots of good new transfer updates. Hopefully, the next time we talk to you all, it will be in a very good light. Hopefully, because we signed Cristian Romero and not because we have another preseason match against Chelsea, I believe, next, right?
Mm-hmm. And
Chelsea and then
then
Arsenal. And
mm,
then after that, August 14th, I believe,
bring on Man City.
bring on Man City. Thank you
Hopefully
guys
they
so
don't have Harry
much.
Kane.
Hopefully, we have Harry Kane.
Yeah, Harry Kane will be at that game. We know that much at
He
least.
will. He will be at that game. Thank you guys so much for listening to another edition of the United Spurs of America podcast. As always, please follow us on Spotify, Twitter, and YouTube as well. And if you're interested in joining our Patreon, please consider supporting us over there. Any amount would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for engaging so much with us on social media recently. We've been meeting some fans from across the globe, meeting some friends from England and in Europe. So thank you
Mm-hmm.
guys for the massive
Shout out.
support. We really appreciate all the love. It's always nice chopping it up with some other Tottenham fans. We love it as always. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. If you are interested in any other type of content that we do have a YouTube channel as well. So check that out if you're listening on Spotify right now. And if you're listening on YouTube, go check out our sexy voices on Spotify.
Yeah, go ahead. I like that.
Until next time, guys, up the lads. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.